Here's 18 types of graffiti you need to know. Number 1. Tags. Tags can be defined as a stylized signature of the graffiti writer's name, often done quickly on a public surface. Tags are the most common style of graffiti and often the starting point of new graffiti writers. Tags can be found in every graffiti culture worldwide because they're the earliest method of modern day graffiti, with graffiti writers like Cornbread from Philadelphia being the first to do graffiti in 1965. Some claim without tags we wouldn't have vibrant, detailed and colourful graffiti such as murals or pieces. This is because most graffiti artists' work originates from a single tag, and as artists evolve their style, their name becomes more stylized to include elements like 3D effects and colours. Obviously, the most common tool for graffiti tags include spray paint and marker pens. Number 2. Throw-up. Throw-ups are a style of graffiti characterised by rounded bubble letters with minimal negative space, painted quickly or thrown up on a surface. The throw-up is usually the next progression from a tag. This comes as a graffiti writer gets more familiar with letter structure and strive for their names to be painted bigger, whilst also maintaining speed. By avoiding negative space, sharp edges, and intricate details, throw-ups are able to be painted really quickly. Throw-ups contain 2 colors of paint, one for the fill and one for the outline. High pressure spray paint is the medium of choice for throw-ups as the high output allows for maximum speed. Number 3. 2-letter throw-ups. 2-letter throw-ups share the same style as normal throw-ups, but they instead only contain 2 letters of the graffiti writer's name, commonly using the first 2 letters, or even sometimes using the first letter of their name and the last letter of their name. This style of throw-up allows graffiti writers to paint their names up even faster than a normal throwy, whilst also being able to fit into smaller spaces where a full throwy couldn't be fitted. JA1 from New York and Oka from London are 2 infamous graffiti writers who are well known for their 2-letter throw-ups. Number 4. Hollows. Hollows are similar to throw-ups, although they only contain one color and no fill-in color. Hollows are another way to paint which allows for even more speed whilst also being an efficient way of using your paint. Hollow graffiti is notoriously hard as it can be obvious when lines have been done poorly or incorrectly. With only one color and no fill-in to hide any errors, it's difficult to fix mistakes. Because of their difficulty, hollows can be a good display of graffiti writer's skill as they require an exceptional amount of can control. Number 5. Straight letters. A straight letter piece is defined by its big, bold, and often more readable letters in combination with the graffiti writer's personal flair. This style of graffiti is commonly the next progression from a throw-up as it contains more detailed, sharper edges and has more negative space. A straight letter is usually painted with speed in mind and only uses 2 to 4 colors in its piece. In London graffiti culture, a straight letter piece painted with silver, chrome and black is commonly known as a dub. Number 6. Full color pieces. A full color piece is similar to a straight letter piece, but it's much more stylized in appearance and contains a lot more colors. This style of graffiti is much more detailed and contains a 3D or shadow, a background, and sometimes a character depending on the writer's style. Spray paint is the essential medium for full color pieces, although artists may also use paint applied with a paint roller or different variations of tools. Another big thing with doing pieces is buffing out the wall before doing the piece. This gives them more of a neutral background so no graffiti underneath distracts from the piece itself, like giving yourself a brand new blank canvas. Number 7. Wild style. Wild style is one of the most advanced styles of graffiti, containing many complex and intricate details, including letters usually only readable by other graffiti writers. Elements like arrows, 3Ds, spikes, flares, and sharp edges define wild style graffiti. Although to non-graffiti artists, these elaborate details can make it difficult to read no matter who you are. As a strong display of a graffiti writer's skill, the complexity of this style continues to evolve across the globe even to this day. Number 8. Blockbuster. A blockbuster is a style of graffiti characterized by huge straight letters painted only using 2 to 3 colors. Both spray paint and or roller paint can be used to create blockbuster pieces. Although a blockbuster can be painted anywhere, they're commonly found on large surfaces that are distanced from public view. This means that there is a need to go huge in order to be seen, as a normal side piece may be missed. Common spots to do this type of graffiti include highways, rooftops, and abandoned buildings, but you can find blockbusters anywhere. Number 9. Murals. Murals are a large piece of street art containing faces, characters, objects, abstract designs, and sometimes letters, often painted with permission. Murals do not always contain a name or a tag, which puts them more in the category of actual street art, as graffiti is really only about letter-based art. As murals are usually commissioned, artists artists are able to spend as much time as they need to perfect their work, which is often not the case for other graffiti styles out there. Also, unlike other styles I've mentioned in this video, murals are usually painted for everyone to appreciate, not just other graffiti writers. Some mural artists aim to send a message, provoke a thought, pay a tribute to someone or something through their work. Number 10. Roller graffiti. Roller graffiti, also known as roll-ups, is a style that uses bucket paint along with paint rollers to produce big pieces in hard to reach places. Typically speaking, you're only able to paint as high as you can reach, but by using an extended paint roller, graffiti writers can access spaces previously inaccessible with spray paint without needing a ladder. Roller graffiti can be much cheaper to do as well, as a bucket of paint goes much further than one can of spray paint. Roller graffiti or roll-ups is generally my favorite type of graffiti because it's easy to do and it's much more simpler. But at the same time, I've seen writers do really detailed rollers. Probably would have taken them many hours. Number 11. Antistyle. Antistyle, also known as hipster graffiti and ignorant style, is a type of graffiti that completely ignores traditional graffiti conventions. By ignoring these conventions, anti-style writers are strictly against any graffiti traditional style. Although anti-style can be found around the world, it's one of the rarer types of graffiti. This is because many artists strive for respect and recognition, which is hard to achieve as an anti-style writer, because this style only appeals to a small minority of graffiti writers out there. Anti-style can be hard to look at as pieces lack composition and flow. With no rules to follow, anti-style can be produced using any type of paint. Number 12. Stickers. Sticker art, also known as sticker slapping and sticker bombing, is a common type of graffiti where artists either write on blank stickers or print names and images onto stickers and stick them up in public. And although this apparently originated in New York, this style of graffiti can be found all across the world. Sticker art is unique as it's not only just used as a means of increasing someone's profile, like a tag or something. Stickers are also often used to raise awareness of social issues and to promote political agendas. Although some brands have designed stickers that are difficult to remove, sticker bombing is regarded as a minor form of graffiti. This is because most stickers can be removed easily compared to trying to buff or remove paint. Number 13. Stencils. Stencil graffiti or stencil art is a style that uses sheets of card, plastic or metal with shapes cut out of it. Artists then put the sheet on a surface and use spray paint to fill in the cutout shapes, producing their art. Stencil graffiti was made famous by Banksy, despite him not being an actual graffiti writer, and I don't know why the heck he's in this list, but since then, stencil graffiti has become more popular and often inherits a political or social message, which is aimed at the wider public. In graffiti culture, stencils are not a well-respected type of graffiti due to the lack of skill needed to actually produce a stencil piece, and that's probably another reason why it falls under the street art category instead of the graffiti type category. Number 14. Heaven spots. Although this is not really a graffiti style, a heaven spot is a piece painted in a high up and difficult place. As the name suggests, heaven relates to being high up in the sky, but it's also the place a writer might end up if they fall. Heaven spots can range from rooftops, towers, highway signs, pretty much any graffiti piece which is high up in the air. Graffiti writers who are able to reach these spots are more likely to be seen and gain more respect for taking on that risk. Both spray paint and roller paint are common tools for painting these heaven spots. Number 15. Wheat paste. Wheat paste is a style that uses wheat paste flour or starch mixed with water or any type of glue to adhere paper imagery to a surface. Like stencils, stickers, and murals, wheat paste falls more into the category of street art than traditional graffiti. This is because it focuses more on images and symbols and design work instead of a graffiti name. Wheat paste posters also often try to provoke a social or political message, as they're commonly used by activist groups to raise awareness for their cause. Number 16. Etch graffiti. Etch graffiti is a style where graffiti writers mix an acid solution into their marker pens to burn their tags on glass permanently. Beyond the usual risk of graffiti, etching can be very dangerous as it involves the handling of corrosive acids. Despite this, it's a common style of graffiti that can be found worldwide, especially in major cities. It's also one of the most expensive forms of graffiti to remove, as etch tags can't be removed with cleaning products. Instead, the whole glass must be replaced. This adds to its appeal as etched tags aren't usually removed due to the cost of replacing the entire glass pane. Number 17. Calligraphy Graffiti. Calligraphy Graffiti combines traditional calligraphy lettering with elements of graffiti culture. This style of graffiti can be achieved using many different art supplies such as calligraphy marker pens, calligraphy caps on spray paint, and also paintbrushes. Because it's possible to do with many different graffiti tools, calligraphy graffiti can range from tags, straight letter pieces, to full letter pieces and murals. Number 18. Isharo. Isharo is a unique style of graffiti native to Sao Paulo. I can't read. Roughly translating to wall writings. It's a form of tagging that is known for its cryptic lettering painted in hard to reach places across the cities in Brazil. Although this type of graffiti began in the 70s as a form of political and social protest, modern writers instead use it as a way to promote their graffiti name, much like traditional name-based graffiti. This style of graffiti can be easily recognized by its thin and aggressive lettering, made possible by the use of spray paint, paintbrushes, and paint rollers. I'm hoping this video is long enough for all the people who want a longer video. This is probably the longest video I've made to date. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and have a good one.